So the UAE is leaving OPEC and is also distancing itself as much as it can right now from Iran. And I'm very proud of the UAE. This is a country I've grown to really love, and I love the moves that they're making in the Middle East and see them, as an Israeli, I see them as a real cooperative partner for us in the future, as our brothers, as our Arab brothers in the region. I love them dearly. So congratulations to the UAE for this big move. Let's take a look at what's going on. Amjad Taha, who is an amazing advocate from the UAE. He's absolutely incredible. If you guys don't follow him, I highly suggest you do. I hope to connect with him one day. He says, congratulations, a big historical moment has arrived. Breaking news, the UAE now withdraws from OPEC and OPEC Plus effective May 1st, 2026. The Islamic regime is benefiting from OPEC and OPEC Plus, and no one should share a table with this terrorist regime. Consider this. The UAE, since Operation Epic Fury, is the #1 country that took the most missiles and drones from Iran, from the Islamic regime of Iran. Not Israel, not America. The UAE, the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, they were the #1 country that took the most missiles and drones. And I'm not even sure Israel was second in the list. I think Saudi Arabia or maybe Qatar or maybe Bahrain was second in the list. Israel wasn't even the top of the list. So these Muslim mullahs, these Shia Muslim mullahs in Iran, in the Islamic regime of Iran, were firing at their Muslim brothers in the Gulf. And it's just bullshit. UAE leaving OPEC is a very big deal. OPEC produces 40% of the oil supply in the world. As a cartel, they dictate production, meaning all oil prices. UAE is the third largest in OPEC, and they have Fujairah pipeline, which totally bypasses the Hormuz. By exiting OPEC, the UAE breaks a cartel that is keeping oil prices high, unlocking 1 million extra barrels per day. Now, 1 million is, I think... correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not an expert in oil, but I think it's a bit of a drop in the bucket comparatively. But this is amazing because, as you can see by the map here, Fujairah is basically bypassing the Strait of Hormuz. They don't need to go through Iran. Now, they do have to go through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, which is also a problem, the Houthis. I'll pull up a map to show you guys. So they still need to go from here, right? This is where Fujairah would be, on the edge of the UAE, where my mouse is right now. They still need to go all the way around here, down the Arabian Sea, and then Gulf of Aden. And this is the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. If you can see right here, it says, next to Aden, the Bab el-Mandeb Strait in Yemen. They still need to go through here. And this is the secondary choke point controlled by the Islamic regime of Iran via the Houthi rebels. So they go through here, and then they can actually go out through the Suez Canal in Egypt and out to the Mediterranean Sea, and then shipping through Europe and whatever it be. It's a bit of a problem. Now, there's other talks, we've talked about this before, of other oil pipelines now going from the UAE through Saudi Arabia, through Israel, through this place called Yanbu, and then straight through the Suez Canal. I mean, I think I'd like the idea of us cooperating on oil. I think it'd be a great idea. Also, maybe bring oil prices down in Israel a bit and just show further cooperation between our Arab brothers and sisters.
Why has Iran aimed so much firepower at the UAE?
Thank you very much, John, for having me. Well, in 40 days, we were attacked a little over 2,800 with 2,800 missiles and drones. And for us, it's very clear that they've chosen to go down this path because we are everything that they're not. We're a model of economic prosperity. We have 200 nationalities that live there. We have religions and cultures from all around the world. We used our oil wealth to build an economic powerhouse. They used their wealth for nuclear programs that are nefarious, for missiles, drones, proxies, etc. So whereas we tried to become and have become an international, global, responsible player, they are a pariah state. And they wanted to break that model, but they underestimated our resolve.
So I love that. This is great news. Congratulations to the UAE. Congratulations to the Emiratis watching me. This is a huge move for your country, and hopefully one that will get you distanced away further from the Islamic regime of Iran.
Iran's got plenty of oil, but nowhere to store it. Its export capabilities are now about 25% what they were before the U.S. blockaded the Strait of Hormuz. As Brian Lettis reports, some experts say they have nowhere to put the oil they're still producing.
As the U.S. tightens its blockade on the Strait of Hormuz, Iran is facing a growing shortage of space to store its oil. Since the start of the blockade, Iran's crude oil shipments dropped from almost 2 million barrels a day to just over 500,000. And a new analysis by Kepler shows the country will run out of storage in 12 to 22 days, forcing a production cut. It could have a major economic impact, but it's not clear if it will be enough to move peace talks forward.
Oil is shut down, and it's eventually going to be corrosive to the oil production that they're doing. And they don't care about the suffering of their people or even the impact on their industry.
And at the moment, those talks remain stalled. One White House official telling Fox News the president doesn't believe Iran is negotiating in good faith, while the Iranians continue to blame the U.S.
Responsibility for any disruption to maritime transport lies with the aggressors, the United States and its supporters.
Some administration officials are now telling European allies to pivot their oil supplies away from the Middle East.
Iran's illegal behavior in the Strait of Hormuz should be a wake-up call for all of us. With regard to the need to secure our supply chains.
But a few of those allies are now starting to openly question what the president's endgame will be.
The Americans clearly have no strategy. An entire nation is being humiliated by the Iranian leadership.
The Kepler analysis predicts that Iran will start to really feel the financial pressure of the U.S. blockade on its oil.
Really? Are they being humiliated by the Islamic regime? I don't know if I would agree with the German chancellor on that at all. I think it's actually fairly clear that America is humiliating the Islamic regime of Iran. What is left of the regime right now? Oil prices haven't gone up that much. They have gone up, but not as much as everybody thought that they would. And they're definitely in some level of control. And people are looking for a way out of working around this evil regime. Scott Besant writes, while the IRGC leaders are trapped like drowning rats in a sewage pipe, Iran's creaking oil industry is starting to shut its production thanks to the U.S. blockade. Pumping will soon collapse, and gasoline shortages in Iran is next. Doing business with sanctioned Iranian airlines risks exposure to the U.S. sanctions. Foreign governments should take all actions necessary to ensure that companies in the jurisdiction do not provide services to those aircraft, including provision of jet fuel. So we're looking at a reality where they're trying to choke out the Islamic regime of Iran slowly and methodically. Will it work? Is there still the chance of kinetic strikes on Iran? I think absolutely. I think Israel and even U.S. to a certain extent has shown a willingness to go back to striking. Maybe there's a good chance, by the way, that they're just waiting right now for this to take its toll on the regime and then start hitting again. Who knows? We do see by looking at NOTAM notifications all over the Middle East that, I mean, there's been nonstop flow and closures of different airspaces. We hear the fighter jets. I've seen them flying over the center of Israel, the south of Israel in the last couple of days. In addition to that, I've seen nonstop, especially over the weekend, me and my girlfriend were observing big U.S. Army refuelers still landing in Ben Gurion and taking off of Ben Gurion here in Israel. So, you know, it's still hot. The region's still hot. The region's still prepped and seems somewhat ready for more action. And only time will tell what exactly is the plan from the U.S. administration. I'll see you guys next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye, Klats.
Has this ever happened to you? Hey, are you a Zionist?
What is this hesitation? You think Judah the Maccabee was hesitating when he's fighting for Israel?
Here, take this.
Do you think Queen Esther hesitated before stopping Haman from ending the Jews of Persia?
Well,
hey Habibi, you think Herzl thought he was a white colonizer as he Zionized the Jews of Europa? Listen, kid, I don't care if you're a Muslim, a Jew, or a Christian. You're a Zionist, right?
Yeah.
Well, a good Zionist goes to thetravelingclad.com and buys some provocative merchandise.
They do?
Absolutely, a bitch. I have some incredible designs for you, Yeled. They say everything promised to you 3,000 years ago. Here, take a shirt with a matching hat. For you, good price. They say they kick you from 109 countries. Here, join the 109 club. Take shirt and matching hat. For you, good price. Habibi, you want to Zionize? Here, take shirt, matching hat. You like Kuba Select shel Safta? Here, take shirt, matching hat. Take sticker. Take hoodie. Take. Good price. Take. Good price. Take. Good price. Take. Good price.
Yossi, achi, he understand you. Stop.
A good Zionist goes to thetravelingclad.com and buys merch. Yalla, habibi. For you, good price. If If you don't want to buy any merchandise, the best way to support me is by donating on Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, or becoming a member on my Patreon. Your support is very much needed and very much appreciated. Thank you.